Naririnig kailangan ko ng trabaho, bakit wala pa akong trabaho? Bakit hindi ka pa nag-a-apply sa Philta? Nag-hire kami ng mga developers, graphic designers, digital marketers, admin at iba pa. Kaya ano pang hinihintay mo? Mag-apply ka na! Call you for an online interview.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Dance under the sun, feel the breeze of the ocean. Dance under the sun, feel the body in motion. Dance under the sun, feel the breeze of the ocean. Dance under the sun, feel the body in motion. Move your body, shake the bum. We can do this all night long.
Call you for an online interview. How do you prepare? First, download the needed software. Make sure that you're familiar with it and that you can use it on the day of your interview. Number 2, dress professionally. Smart casual is always a good idea. So wear a nice polo, nice blouse, and nice pants or skirt, and make sure that you'll look your best during your online interview. Number 3, clear your workspace. The clutter in the background doesn't have to be seen by your recruiter. Number 4, make sure that you're in a quiet room. You don't have to be disturbed by people, your pets, or any background noise. You have to focus during the interview. Number 5, make sure that you have a pen and paper nearby in case you need to write something down. 6, make sure you have a copy of your resume nearby. Last but not the least, smile and focus. You got this!
Baby, work it. Baby, work it. Hi everyone, my name is Narissa Show. I'm the co-founder of Filter. Love to have you on board. Please apply to careers@filterglobal.com.
Naririnig kailangan ko ng trabaho, bakit wala pa akong trabaho? Bakit hindi ka pa nag-a-apply sa Philta? Nag-hire kami ng mga developers, graphic designers, digital marketers, admin at iba pa. Kaya ano pang hinihintay mo? Mag-apply ka na! Call you for an online interview. How do you prepare? First, download the needed software. Make sure that you're familiar with it and that you can use it on the day of your interview. Number 2, dress professionally. Smart casual is always a good idea. So wear a nice polo, nice blouse, and nice pants or skirt, and make sure that you'll look your best during your online interview. Number 3, clear your workspace. The clutter in the background doesn't have to be seen by your recruiter. Number 4, make sure that you're in a quiet room. You don't have to be disturbed by people, your pets, or any background noise. You have to focus during the interview. Number 5, make sure that you have a pen and paper nearby in case you need to write something down. 6, make sure you have a copy of your resume nearby. Last but not the least, smile and focus. You got this!
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Dance under the sun, feel the breeze of the ocean. Dance under the sun, feel the body in motion. Dance under the sun, feel the breeze of the ocean. Ba-da-da-da-da, 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 baby, work it. Baby, work it.
Hi everyone, my name is Narissa Show. I'm the co-founder of Filter. Love to have you on board. Please apply to careers@filterglobal.com.
We feel the same, $1,000,000 babe, tripping on it like propane. Beautiful. Look it, look it, look it, look it, look it, look it. Unlock it, look it, look it, look it, look it. Got the key, can you unlock it, lock it, lock it, lock it.
Hi everyone, good evening and welcome to our Facebook Live series for front-end developers. We will start at exactly 6 p.m. How's everyone doing? I hope you're having a great afternoon. Feel free to say hi and introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from or what you do. Let us know by leaving a comment. So you may also share this live and tag your friends. Okay, so hi Nika Rituta. Thank you for tagging Nico Suniga.
Oh, hello, hello, Annalisa. Thank you for tagging your friends.
Good evening to Jem, Suli, Tolentino.
Oh, hi, Achilles. Thank you again for attending our live.
Good evening to Liana Jean Chirabo.
Hi, Arnel from Aklan.
Okay, we also have here Apple Sebastian, DSIT 3 from Ilocos Sur Community College.
Hi, John Alvin Infante.
Hello, Arnel Villanueva from Aklan.
Hi, John Aline. Good evening.
So do we have any developers with us tonight? If you're looking for a job, then this could be a good opportunity for you as we are here to help you evolve your career.
Welcome again, everyone, and good evening. My name is Iris.
And my name is Frances, and we're technical recruiters of Filta. We will be your hosts for tonight. Don't forget to share this live and tag your friends in the comment section. Remember, this is a free webinar with an e-certificate. So let's help each other learn for free right here at Filta.
Would you guys like to know what Filta is about? Filta specializes in e-commerce, digital marketing agencies looking for great talent in the Philippines. We're always on the hunt for great Filipinos to showcase what we have to offer, especially if you're interested in working for really cool global brands, whether it may be from US, UK, or Australia.
So what are you guys waiting for? Check out filtaglobal.com/careers to find out the job opportunities that we're offering. At the moment, we're hiring more than 20 full-time jobs, and one of them might be for you. So right now, we're hiring for the following dev roles.
So we have your front-end developer, junior web developer, senior React.js developer, Shopify developer, and technical support representative. So guys, remember, we are not only hiring devs, but also graphic designers, digital marketers, admin, and back office roles.
So make sure to visit our website, and you may also refer people you know and earn up to 10,000 pesos. Refer as many as you like, just send them to careers@filtaglobal.com.
You may also check out our Facebook group, Filipino Front-End Developers. Talk to us or ask us anything related to front-end. You're welcome to our community. We are also inviting everyone to follow our newly created Filta Careers page on LinkedIn to receive daily job updates, recruitment career advice, tips, events, resources, and even motivational quotes to help you grow. You can follow us at linkedin.com/showcase/filta-careers. Okay, Francis, I think there's a lot of viewers tonight. Let us read some comments.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Hi, Cam. Good evening from Aklan.
Yeah, I actually saw Mark Tesoro tag camp. Thank you for that.
Thank you, guys. How about Ray? Hi, Ray Jane. Thank you for tagging your friend.
Good evening to, is this Rizville? Rizville Aguilar Papa.
Wow, someone is watching us from Laguna. Hi, Mar. Pasho.
Hello, Kevin de Guzman.
Hi, Irvin Bailon. Good evening.
Thank you for tagging your friends, guys. Remember, you may also share this live so that everyone would have the opportunity to watch our episode for tonight.
Yes, guys. Sharing is caring. Tag your friends so they can also learn a lot from our speaker tonight. I'm very excited to introduce him to you. Oh, somebody's watching from the Baliches. Hi, Janelle, Suzanne.
Hello, Erica Cardenelia. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, Erica. Thank you for supporting.
We also have here Jonalyn watching from Negros Oriental State University.
Wow. Thank you, guys, for the support. How about Maria Lu and Dong watching from Sibugay?
And watching from Zamboanga is Marfi and team.
Wow, Zamboanga. Good evening, Jocelyn.
Okay, good evening, Ray Jane from Norsu. I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm sorry.
Okay, happy Friday. Phil. Hello, guys.
Vince.
Again, please share this
Thank you for tagging Paul.
Facebook Live. We have a lot of viewers tonight. Guys, again, we will start at 6 p.m. So if you have friends that you know that can learn from this session, please tag them.
Guys, also check out the comment. So we're having a Slido link. You can check that out and you can leave your questions there for our speaker tonight.
Oh, we have Cam. Hi, Cam. Attending my 5th Filta webinar. Thank you for the support, as always.
Actually, Iris, I interviewed someone earlier and he mentioned that he always watches our lives.
Wow.
And I also reminded him that we have one tonight. I hope he's watching.
Guys, we also have one, I think, next week, Friday. Remember, we are doing this every week, so please stay tuned to the Facebook Lives of Filta.
Okay, we also have here Achilles Kalilong. Hi, good evening.
Oh, he is always watching us. Hi, Achilles.
Yes, thank you for your continued support.
Guys, I think we also have this newly created page, as I told you. If you're in LinkedIn, please follow us in LinkedIn, Filta Careers. So, guys, don't forget, of course, once you have your certificate, please tag us here in Facebook and on LinkedIn.
You may also check out our careers page, filtaglobal.com/careers. And don't forget, you may refer your friends and receive up to 10,000 pesos. Just send them to careers@filtaglobal.com.
Guys, I guess I have a new role coming up. So I'm looking for a full stack developer who has experience in React.js and Python. And another one will be back-end developer that will be Python developers. So, guys, if you have friends, refer them to us, or if you are the one who's experienced, please apply to our career page.
Yep, so reminding everyone that you may share this live and it has an e-certificate. So just stay tuned and wait for the link at the end of the episode for the certificate.
Hi, Tristan. I agree. React and Mobex is awesome topic. I'm very excited to introduce you guys our speaker for tonight. He's very talented.
Okay, we have a lot of comments, Iris. Shout out for Arnel Keb, Mark Green, and Joven.
Thank you, Camp. You're very supportive.
So watching is Larry Lynn from Guimara State College.
Okay. There's a lot of viewers tagging their friend. Thank you very much. Hi, Shella. Good evening.
Hello to
Thank
Grace Aquino. Hi.
Thank you, Doris Pilaes, for tagging your friends.
Good evening, Shella Villarin.
Guys, we will be starting at exactly 6 p.m. So if you have friends that you know will learn from this session of the FB Live, please tag them, share this to your families and friends.
Hello from PUP Santa Mesa.
Hi, Erica. Go PUP.
Okay, so Arnel Villanueva, don't worry, we're not forgetting.
Okay. Hi, Mary Cho Ureta. Thank you for tagging your friends.
Okay, we also have here Jonalyn from Carlos Hilado Memorial State College.
Wow. We have here Albert Aguelo. Hi, Albert.
Thank you for tagging your friends.
Wow. Ako Sebastian, Ilocos Sur Community College, PSIT 3. Thank you for attending our FB Live.
Hello, Ron Mitra. Good evening. How are you feeling? Tala is saying hi to us, Iris.
Hi, Tala. My very own Tala. Hi. And Phil. Tala and Phil.
So we have here Grace watching from Negros Oriental.
Hi, Jersen. How are you?
How are you doing, Jersen? Hopefully we can have you again next time.
Yes. Jersenatics, I hope they are here too.
Okay, so guys, today we're going to talk about enabling startups with React and Mobex. Remember, if you have any questions for our speaker, feel free to send them to our Slido link and we'll check them out later.
Our speaker tonight is the co-founder of Teamly, where users can schedule meetings in seconds, a software engineer, product designer, and a manager who's worked for 2 to 3 years in startups in the Philippines and abroad, especially in San Francisco. He is currently building his startup in public and loves sharing tech and design. Let us virtually welcome Harvey J. Sison.
Hi everyone, happy to be here.
Thank you
Hi,
so much for
Harvey.
joining us, Harvey. How are you?
I'm doing great actually, and I am happy it's a Friday. I'm excited for the weekend. How about you, Francis and
I'm
Iris?
pretty sure everyone is excited. I'm excited for the weekend too. I'm pretty
TGIF.
sure our viewers. Uh-huh.
Yeah, maybe we could ask that to our viewers right now. How excited are you for tomorrow,
Happy Mother's Day
for
to
the
all.
weekends?
Yeah, and also happy Mother's Day to everyone, to all our mothers, I mean. Okay, so Harvey, are you excited to show our viewers how to enable startups using React and Mobex?
I'll try my best based on my experience, but I hope you guys will learn from my simple topic this Evening na pala.
Yes. All right. Again, guys, everyone, welcome Harvey J. Season.
Okay, hi everyone. This is my topic for today, and again, thank you for everyone organizing this for allowing me to be the 12th right in the live series. And my topic for tonight is enabling startups with React and Mobex. I think with this, I would like to have very interaction with the viewers right now. Could you comment below what you know about React or Mobex so that people would try to have this type of vibe, like what is React, what is Mobex, right? um but with this, let me move on with the topic at hand, enabling startups with React and Mobex. Before I start, let me introduce again myself, or rather the agenda. So the agenda for tonight will be really simple. Number one is, about me, at least to introduce myself again. Number two is, to get started with React. Like what is it, why React, and how to get started with React. And also, since we're using MobeX, what is this state management about? Why is this MobeX, and how to get started with MobeX. And I'll leave the floor, hopefully, for Q&A to our lovely hosts for tonight. And with that, let me push through to my agenda for tonight. So again, hi everyone. I'm the co-founder at Teamly. It's a SaaS solution for scheduling bookings online, where we value your meetings and your time. So please check us out at www.teamly.io. So sorry for that shameless plug, but also I'm also a software engineer. I specialize more in the JS stack. So actually upgraded it already to TypeScript. I am loving TypeScript recently. And so both my front end and my back end are both in a JS stack. So that's React for the front end and Node.js in the back end, specifically the Express framework for the back end. And I also know, Python and Django, but I'll just leave it as is as a software engineer. I'm also product designer. I value, making designs that are usable, making designs that centers to the users, and also a product manager for a e-commerce startup company in San Francisco. I also work for P&G as an intern, but I'm ending, and then Exora and Upchoose. So with that, happy to introduce myself. You can follow me. You can check my social media accounts at harveyseason.com. But I'm not the topic for today's conversation. It would be about what is React and what is Mobex, right? So let me start with this. How to get started with React? So I'm not sure if everyone knows about React, but let me start with it. React.js is a JavaScript library for building user interfaces. It was created and released by Facebook. So that is an assurance that there's a big community, or there's a big backer to this JavaScript library. And it's open source. So, you don't have to pay about anything. You can just study it online. You can look at GitHub and look at, Medium, Dev.to, all those resources, and you'll get to learn from them. And it has been ever changing already since 2013. And let me highlight those JavaScript library for building user interfaces. What's good about this is that I know we're in the series of front end, and with this, there are lots of front ends continually changing over time. Marami ng animations, maraming mga bagong interactions with the website, and having a very good JavaScript library would allow us to enrich or strengthen our user interfaces. But not just that, it would also allow us to really build user interfaces really good, and that is with React. So why is Facebook really a good indicator that we should go for React? Because number one, it's a big backer. So that means Facebook is continually updating React, looking for bugs, and that's something that we need to do because we don't want to use something that will be obsolete in the next 5 to 10 years, right? And that framework started in 2013. So from since then on, there's lots of updates that's happening, and already today's 2021, right? And I'm not sure if you could see the picture clearly, but according to the latest Stack Overflow survey, React is the most, the second most loved framework language by developers globally, right? And if I go to my next slide, you could see that one of the wants, pinaka gusto, like gustong gagamitin, di ba? In their everyday tools is React JS. And you might ask, I've always heard about Vue, I've always heard about Angular, right, and everything else. So you can see that also in this visualization, that React still is the most wanted framework, or web framework to be used by developers. It has 22.4%, and lagging behind is Vue.js. So to give you a background, right, React is backed by Facebook, Angular is backed by Google, and Vue is created by the JavaScript founders. I think that's a good, it's to showcase that there are lots of other things that you can explore with the front end. But since I specialize, or I'm more comfortable with React, right? So this is what I want to teach you guys, at least to maybe for all those business owners here and developers, just to get a glimpse of what React would help you out with, right? So moving on. So here are the main features of React. There are three main types. Declarative style. React has a very like a template already prepared for you to easily declare what you need for front. So meaning you can just share it to another developer. If they know the stack, they can easily understand your code. And I think that's really good thing to say. Next is component base. Component base, you can divide everything or anything into specific components, into small items, so you can reuse it all the time. And learn once, right anywhere. So I think, let me go back again to the declarative style. As you can see, the format of React allows you to build in easy interfaces. Just remember how it is formatted. Import React from React, and then declare a state or stateless function, and then export that, and you could use that already to update and render components, right? So, and these components are easy to pass data. So you will just have this certain format wherein you could just pass the data, and your attributes, the data, the instances could update on its own. And what's interesting about component, for example, right? You're viewing Facebook right now, and in that sense, maybe the buttons there are in component-based style, since this is Facebook. Once one developer changed one code on that aspect, everything that connected to that changes as well. And I think that's the magic that React brought to the world: components. And lastly, learn once and write everywhere. What you learn in React could be used anywhere. Like, for example, React could be an extension for React Native, so you can create mobile applications. Or you can connect React with Electron.js, with Slack and Discord is doing, to be able to create desktop application. And as you see, this is how powerful React can be. And maybe you could use this too for your application. And yeah, so for the business owners here are the pros of why you need to go for React. It's cost effective. Why is it cost effective? Because it's open source. You don't have really to pay anything at all. You just have to read the documentation and study it, and you could use that as well, right? At the same time, popularity, as you could see a while ago, what do you call this? As you see a while ago, it's one of the top languages and frameworks being used globally and being wanted by developers. Great user experience, because nobody likes to wait in line and wait until the website will load entirely feel just like it. It affects user experience in a bad way. That's why, with React, there are lots of actually dependencies that you can connect with it, and you could easily build things and have that user experience that you want. And the performance and speed enhancement, just save a file, automatically update the state, update what you have in mind. And the performance also is taken into account. SEO friendly. And I think this is going to be useful for all, because one thing that you apply in certain aspect can be applied the SEO to all the pages that you have. And then shortened time to market means is that, with React's framework, you can build your MVP super fast. And you can build your MVP super fast, deploy it, and then you can now test it with your users or your customers. On the other hand, for developers, the backward compatibility. What do I mean by that? Um, you can connect it with APIs easily. And the concurrent mode, you could have multiple applications running at the same time, and React would also be okay with that. And at the same time, creating dynamic web applications becomes easier. For example, right? How is it interesting to see that Facebook works so well, especially that they have billions of users, right? But right now they're not lagging and they're doing okay because they're using the React framework to complement in this, and that's already an indication that React could be a good way for you to scale as a developer. At the same time, the development time is easy. As I said, you just save the file, it will update on its own. It's easy to scale, as I told a while ago, and the big developer community. So if you know React, we might meet each other, on the streets or in a conference, and you could learn more about React together, right? So that's about it for the pros. And I think we could go, who uses React, right? What's the credibility of this React thing that Harvey's talking about, right? So Uber's using React, Facebook is using React, Airbnb is using in React, Pinterest is using in React, and Instagram is actually using React as well. React Native to be specific, Shopify as well, Amazon, and even Twitter. So probably most of the great tech brands and Silicon Valley uses React. And I think that gives an indication that if you learn this framework, this language, there's a big, big opportunity for you in the next years to come. And I think let me before I transition to my next slide, let me give a story about myself. Actually, I'm the same as you, maybe right here. You wanted to get started with tech or to earn money through tech, right? But you don't know where to start. So I just looked for online courses in Udemy, in Google, and there, I didn't know that React would be such a big impact to my life, right? So what happened was, for just 1 year, I just sit down on this very chair and then opened my laptop, just studied how to, the classic HTML first, CSS, then JavaScript, then I upgraded it to ES6 style, then I went to TypeScript, then there I discovered React. And with React, I just did a full stack application with React based on the tutorial I had and whatnot. Then little did I know that React that I've learned online was so powerful that companies in the Philippines are trying to replicate that, and even in the United States. Like if I check the job applications, lots are looking for React developers. And I can name a few companies here in the Philippines and even startups that uses React. Like for example, on my end, when I was applying for an internship as a student, that time I saw, can I apply for this job, right? Can I apply for this? And they're looking for that same framework that I know, which they don't teach at school, which you will only learn online or maybe in the workplace. And I said to myself, oh, this is how powerful React is, because it opened me to the opportunity to work the local startup scene and work internationally. Like I could talk to global startups and saying, how I love about React, how they use it in their workflow. And these brands are already a testimony why they use such application, right? Okay, moving on. So here goes to say, right, the MobeX. I think before moving forward, let me take a step back again, right? It's not to say that React doesn't have its own state management, right? React does have its state management with this that set state if you're using a class component. And again, I'm so sorry for the viewers right now if I'm speaking technical. there will be always a learning curve with React, right? But I'll be speaking technical because this is just I just a talk and I won't really dive into the workshop. But a class component basically is a type in React in its early stages, wherein you we use it to update a certain state, right? If you're using Flutter, the closest to it is, a stateful widget, right? And a class component allows you to manipulate data. But right now with the new update, there's what we call React hooks. So React hooks allows you to, even in a stateless component, you can change state already. And that's one of the new updates of React to make its more statement management much more powerful. However, here's the problem, right? That state management only applies to one file, right? For example, if I create an app.js, right, or a main.js file, that state would only live inside that file. Get what I mean? Now, what if though, let's say you have you're creating a social media network like Facebook. So for sure you would have like profile.js for your profile page, newsfeed.js, right? Messages.js, right? The problem here, what if one item, for example, in the profile page, you want, when you click something there, it will update also in another file, which is, let's say, the message.js, right? And what the people in the older times, what they would do is, they would go for a higher order component. So everything will be wrapped into a parent JS so that everything will still have its one own state management. But the problem, as you grow your app, as you scale your app, there would be lots of files you have to manage or states you have to manage simultaneously. And that's where MobX comes to play, right? MobX, among all of the, React has Redux naman created by Facebook. But even Facebook doesn't recommend using Redux because of the setup, because it's so hard, to manipulate it. If I'm not mistaken, even Facebook right now, what you're using right now is not even using Redux. They use actually I forgot, but let me check into that. But there are lots, because of that limitation of the use state of React hooks rather, and the class component set state, people have, or developer community explored creating their own state management, and one of which is MobX. MobX is a simple, scalable, and battle tested state management solution. So let me give you the concept, right? So this is the state that you have. If you want, to get something and update it, there's a certain action that you could use just to call that action, and it will update that state. At the same time, if you want to derive something to do some computation, you can do that also with MobX, and it will automatically update or react, make the React app or that JS file update on its own, right? So I think that's what amazing about MobX. It's simple architecture, and let me show it to you guys along the way. So yeah, sorry. So one thing that you can say about this as I said, state management could be in lots of files, right? And that's gonna be a hassle for some. For example, let's say in one other state management would have to query something, and then hindi na siya parehas for other aspects. That's why MobX ensures that everything can be derived from the application state automatically. So automatic na siya para mag-change on MobX into what you need, to a string man yan, to a boolean, and etc. Right? So who uses MobX? There are great companies out there. For example, Canva. For example, I'm actually shocked to see that Canva uses this certain framework. Like when I check, they're looking for those people that know MobX. Even Udemy, which I was trying to learn, where I was learning React during my early stage of development, was using MobX as well. So to give you imagine why they needed MobX. you have to take that position. Why did they take MobX in the first place? Because, for example, for Canva, even though you see that it's just one page, that might be multiple JS files for you to manipulate. For example, in the panel on the left side where you have the images, the shapes, that might be a component, right? And to be able to drag and drop that to that certain page or to your canvas would need to have lots of reactions, lots of state changes. And that's where the Canva architecture, the MobX architecture could help you out in building it. Even SWAT.io, Lyft, and Jenkins. Excuse me. So as you could see, right, MobX is really useful because unicorn companies such as them uses MobX. So here the MobX concepts I think are the very I think I need to fix something in my slides, but the most important you have to go for is this one. Actually, let me change my slides here for now. Yeah. So first one is observable. This would allow you to parang it's what do you call this? It lets you declare a certain state or state variable. That is basically the observable. So it tracks also that state. So you declare a certain variable as something that to be observed, and that observable will track that item state. Next in the list is action, a function that updates an observable. So when you call an action decorator, it will automatically update whatever you put that in that state to the observable. That, for example, I'll show an example later. And lastly, I'm sorry for the typo, but this is computed. So a computed function creates that value and updates it based on that derived value. So I'm happy to say for those that want to explore MobX, the learning curve of MobX is relatively low. So now you can just have to jump to the code and take a closer look at MobX. Again, I will not be having a hands-on workshop because we're limited with time, right? And I also want to accommodate questions, but allow me to show you how you can get started. So as usual, to get started with React, you could go for create React app, and name the file. So a folder rather. So I will name my directory react-mobex-app. So that's already the name of my app, and using cd or change directory, I will change my directory to, I will go inside that folder. Then I just have to install, right, the necessities that I need to have. npm install -- save MobX. So I'm installing MobX, and I'm also installing another MobX dependency specifically for React. So that's MobX-React, right? Or if you're using Yarn or a fan of Yarn like me, you could just go Yarn add MobX-React. And then you just have to start it, with using npm run. And I think with that, that's what I love about the JS stack, right? You just have to install it, and the setup is already there, right? How amazing it would be. Next. So here's how you build observables, right? As you could see, you just import the observable from the MobX and import the MobX React. So so that's my variable name equals, observable Kayo, right? So this means that I'm setting this variable name into a state of that name, right? And then I'm calling this stateless function, which I have an observer. What's this decorator of observer? Basically, it allows the observer is a function that looks into whatever observables you have to look at. So basically, para siyang it's like it's your eyes to all the state management in behind the scenes. So it's looking at, okay, that name that you're looking for will be used for state management, right? So let's say if there's a change in that name using an action or computed, it will automatically change in the state without even you changing the props, without even you changing anything at all in the code file. Okay? Next. Now, how do you try computed, right? So as usual, you can also declare an observable using this format. You have a decorator first name with the camel case equals Harvey, observable last name is equal to season, and you have this function of full name that would merge them both together, right? So at computed, get full name, return, and then you have this function that would put my first name and last name together, and that observer would allow that, you know, to if that what would happen is if you change something the full name, it will automatically run in that. So what I'm trying to say is the computed allows you to not even call the function the observables itself, because it knows already what observables you need. It's just gonna compute it on its own. Isn't that, you know, amazing, and derive it for you? So it would like shortcut the process for you, and instantly it will create the full name. Okay. And lastly, you know, the actions. I think this is what makes Mobex super powerful, right? So what can be done on this? You can just create a call the decorator at action, and you know, create that function name, add filter equals move, and then the items in it, what observable you want to update, and that you're gonna set it, and you know, that's already the props. So even though that's already in another file, for example, if I the components are in the components folder, but you want to store all the actions to an actions folder, for example, right? With React, you can't do that, right? With React, you can't update the state on its own because it has to be in the same file, right? So both the view, the scripts, the state management should be in one file if you're only using Bootstrap React. But if you use Mobex as your primary state management, what's amazing, even though it's in another folder, another file, you just have to call that function and it will update that certain observable even where it is in your application. And yeah, I think I thought it will extend up to 6:45, but you know, that's all for my quick presentation about enabling startups with React and Mobex. I could just open the floor for questions and calling our lovely hosts for tonight.
Thank you so much, Harvey. That was very insightful. I'm pretty sure our viewers learned a lot. So to our viewers, just to remind you, you may send in your questions to our Slido link. Okay, Harvey, so how about we check out some questions submitted earlier?
Sure.
Now, let me just share my screen.
Sure. I'm excited actually for the Q&A. So let's just focus on this one. Okay, just take it away. I'm good with any question.
All right, so we have one here. So it says, is Mobex a framework?
Yes, Mobex is a state, as I said a while ago, it's a state management framework that would help you enable you and your team like manage states even though they're in different files as easy as possible. As I said, there are three main things you just have to worry about: observable, action, and computed. Like, isn't that amazing? You just have to think of three items, then everything else the same thing that you do in JavaScript, right? So for example, right, if you're declaring a variable or a state in a state format, you just call observable, and that's already your variable. The code will recognize that it's a state, right? And then if you have to compute it, you have a compute function. If you have an action, a function to change that state, you just have to call that action, right? It's pretty easy to use, and I think that's why Canva likes it so much.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so next one is from Jericho. So, hi, Sir Harvey, one of DSC Loyola ambassadors here. Why you choose Mobex instead of Redux?
Okay, that's a very good question. And to be honest with everyone here, I didn't went to Redux na at all. Like I did because it was so complex. Like even the tutorials would say, I advise you guys don't use Redux. It's weird, like they're teaching Redux, but they're not advising it to be so. But to give you a short answer, right? The reason why I'm going for MobeX is its simplicity. I just have to remember three aspects. Just set those three up. I could be up and running. Actually, I could just use two, observable and action. That I could already update the state anywhere else in my application. But with Redux, what do you have to do? You have to create a middleware, right? You have to have a dispatch and etc. You have to create that architecture to be able to supply what Redux does. And I think it's both a good thing because developers could easily understand, but at the same time it's also a limitation. Right? What if you need to grow your scale your application? You have to update everything, affect everything for you to do it. For MobeX, you just have to add one file and everything solves. Right? So I think that kind of flexibility is what I wanted, especially all the nature of my work recently have been, freelance or just build something fast. And I don't have the time to look into Redux and set it up. Actually, I do have the time to do so, but it's more on if there's a problem, it's a big fix to do, right? But with Mobex, I could just look at it and then, wow, it's fixed. I hope that answers the question.
Okay, thank you for that, Harvey. I think we also have questions on the comment box. So
Sure.
I would like to know, guys, if you do have any other question. I have here from Kemp. Hi, Kemp. Is there any other statement framework besides Mobex?
Yeah. Wait, sorry. There are lots of things that state management that you could explore. I told that a while ago actually, which is React's inbuilt state management. That is, the class components, this that set state, right? You could explore that, you could use that. But the problem that is in it, you have to create a higher order component for to be able to apply it to all other pages, right? So that means you would have app.js or app.tsx as your higher order component and have those files just go to it. But the problem there, I can imagine, right? If you're scaling an application, that's gonna be thousands of lines of code because of all the scripts, the states are gonna be in that higher order component. And next that you could explore also is, a simpler version of the class component states, which is the React hooks. And I see in the comments people are loving React hooks because I as well love React hooks so much. You just have to, just const the name of the function or the name of the component and just call it, and you just use, use state, and it will update the state for you. Right? It's actually super easy to use. However, it also has the same limitations as the class component state, wherein it has to work in just one file, right? So you just have to create also another higher order component. But now you might ask, what are the other big time, right? State order management. One of which is Redux, right? Which our guests, our viewers ask if that's good. I would say it works, but it's hard to maintain, right? But if you have the time to do so, so be it. It's a good day to learn, right? And then also one of the things being growing in 2021 is what we call Recoil. Actually, Facebook developer group, which I was part. I'm part of the Facebook group, is talking about Recoil so much. So I think if you want to explore that, because I haven't even also explored Recoil, you could check that out. And Recoil's, well, I do. I kind of look at it and check it out. It's also easy to learn compared to Redux, right? So it could be also a good alternative for you to explore. But for me, why the reason why I went for Mobex is just the three main components: observable, action, computed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Harps. Another one from our audience will be from Alvin Ramos. Is it
Yeah.
compatible in Android phone, sir?
Mobex. I think Mobex isn't just for app per se, right? Mobex kasi is like a community. Eh. That methodology is being used also in Flutter. That make like there's Flutter Mobex. Actually, check it right now. Mobex Android. Yeah, I think meron. Yeah, I know MoveX on iOS also. So, you could explore that. You could check that out. But as I stand right now, this workshop is for React. So, everything is in the web development field. But I could say that it's also used for React Native, right? So, I think that's also what's interesting about state management, right? You could use it also in anywhere else, but maybe the syntax would change because of given framework, but MobeX would be there to help you out. Yeah, hope that answers the question.
Okay, thank you, Harps.
Okay, so
I have,
we have, yep, Iris.
sorry, I have a personal question. It's from me. I want to know if React.js is a framework of JavaScript or it is something else.
It's a JS library, so to speak.
Oh,
So you just have to check their documentation, reactjs.org. I'm not sponsored, just check it out. But you could just look at it and learn from it. And it's really, they have a good documentation, so to speak. And as I said, they have a big developer community. So actually, what you could just do is either call a certain API to import it, or you could bootstrap it already. So or their frameworks already. You could just what I showed a while ago. Create dash React dash app in your console, and it will automatically build your React app already. And I think for those viewers here, right, there lots of variants of React has been made. One is Gatsby. Gatsby JS is React based that is much more highly what do you call this? Highly SEO friendly. So basically just imagine create React app as its basic form. Like Goku, not Super Saiyan, parang gano'n. And then when you go with Gatsby, if you want to enhance your front end side, your SEO, which also utilizes GraphQL in its back end or in its querying, you could go for Gatsby. And there are lot and mostly Gatsby in a personal side. I use Gatsby for blogs. So if you want me to create a blog, I will use Gatsby because that's basically how Gatsby is built. But if you want to build server side rendering applications, then you have to use Next.js. Next.js, I'm proud to say, is used by Netflix. So all you watching Netflix right now, K-drama man yan, or action movie or rom-com, they use Next.js as their framework, and all of which are using React. Right? Iba lang siya ng variant, iba lang siya ng taste. Parang ano lang, pagluluto lang yan eh. Iba ng seasoning, but they're basically the same. They might taste different, but in the core, it's still React, right?
thank you, Harps.
Next, please. I'm sorry. Okay, so we have another question here from Curious
Sure.
Cat. So, Curious Cat asks, "Hi, sir. What do you think is the best IDE for an app?" Thanks.
IDE? Actually, there's no best talaga. It's up to your personal preference. Kasi personally, during high school, inintroduce Sublime Text. Yung the classic. And then the tutorials online went for Atom. And then but right now I'm using VS Code. The reason for it is the extensions of VS Code. I just love it so much, right? Parang I as a developer I can't live without it. At the same time, VS Code has its inbuilt terminal, right? So I could just do a certain extension and then lalabas na yung terminal ko sa VS Code without even having me to open another, my terminal altogether kasi dadagdag pa yun sa RAM. So basically, parang everything that I need is in VS Code. So you could just go use VS Code, install the application, then you're good to go.
All right. I hope that answered your question, Curious Cat.
Okay. I think we also have here GC Vin. Would you use Redux or hooks?
Personal note, the moment people said in Twitter and even in documentation, don't use Redux, it's gonna, it's gonna make you create an application super complex. So I would rather go for hooks. Like at the very base, right? Even though creating a big application, so to speak. For example, right? In God's grace, I went to Facebook. I don't know, or created a scalable app, right? Like Teamly. I won't go create something that's gonna make me have a headache. So I would go for the easiest possible to deploy, and that would be hooks.
Thank you, Harv.
Any other questions, guys? Okay, so we have one here from Mary Grace. If you would choose between React, Angular, or Vue, which is better in general? So thank you
think-
so much, Mary Grace, for that question.
Let's take a step back, right? Let's understand first what are the learning curves for each one, right? So, if I were to rank it, the hardest of them all is Angular. That's the reality for me. Like you have the NG and all. Like I love Angular, right? But it's just that it's hard. It's a learning curve, and it really is. And why? Why is it hard? Because Angular doesn't just create web application. It could help you create desktop applications already. It could help you create mobile applications also. So it's like a big time thing already. You get me? So it can convert their code already to what you need, or to basically cross-platform na siya. And I'm not saying React is not cross-platform, pero parang dinivide niya yung sarili niya, right? So if it wants to be a web-based, React lang siya. And if you want to be mobile, React native. 'Di ba? So bale para siyang just get what you need. So basically, hardest is Angular. The second hardest, which is basically in the gitna, is React. I've asked some friends, there's a learning curve pa rin in React because you just have, I think it's more on, make sanay. You just have to adjust to its declarative style, right? But for me, that wasn't the problem because I look at the statistics. React is still number one, right? So let's go for the number one. that was my logic. But lastly, I'm not saying I didn't learn Vue. In fact, I love Vue as well, right? It allows me to create applications much more faster than React because it's super close to HTML, right? And I think the problem lang for me for Vue is that your styles, your functions, and your components are in one file. Sanay ako na hinihiwalay ko yung styles ko in a CSS file or a styles for JS, 'di ba? CSS in JS rather. Or hinihiwalay ko rin yung function ko na separate file para hindi siya sama-sama sa isang file. But on that regard, right, it's up to you where to explore. But on a personal note, I would go for React, and I'm flexible to go to Vue. I would stay it as that.
Thank you, Harvs. Anyway, guys, I think we are down to our last question. So, from Desiree Yadaw Castro, Sir, what is your advice po sa mga kaka-encounter pa lang ng hooks para mas madali nilang maintindihan?
Okay, thank you for that question, and thank you for speaking in Tagalog in your comment. What advice that I would give for those, for hooks? I think I would say it's going to be easy kasi you just have to create a function wherein you just have to say, okay, hooks, use state. Use state function, ikaw na maglalagay ko ng laman nun. It's gonna be a string ba, a boolean, and then ikaw yung magni-name ng state. For example, I want to call it, status. If the function to update that status is set status. So I just have to call that within my app and then gagamitin ko na siya. Right? And I don't know how it might be much more easier to make hooks much more easier, because for me it's the easiest already compared to class components. But yeah, you're feel free to reach out to me at harveyseason.com. My social medias are there. You could just chat me, ping me, and just tell me, oh, I saw you in FFED, right? The series, and would love to learn more from you. And I'll try my best to give you that.
All right. Again, thank you so much, Harvey, for sharing your knowledge and for answering those questions. So to our viewers, follow and support Harvey by checking out Teamly at teamly.io. Also check out Developer Student Clubs Loyola at bscadmu.org and User Experience Society at uxsociety.org. Harvey, do you have anything else to say to our viewers tonight?
For me, don't stop learning, right? The moment you stop learning, you stop living. That's all. Parang Miss Universe, no? Thank you.
Yes, okay. Thank you so much. So guys, follow us on Facebook to be notified for more events and free webinars. Visit filtaglobal.com/careers to see job opportunities that we have for you. At the moment, we're hiring more than 20 full-time jobs. And remember, we're not only hiring devs, but also graphic designers, digital marketers, admins, and back office roles.
Yeah, I think to add to that, they're recruiting React developers, right? So it's a good indication that you have to learn
Yes.
React, guys. So I'm happy that the things that I'm teaching today, even though it's super simple, right? You're gonna earn, and we have Filta here to show it to you guys.
Thank you, Harsh, for that. That's right, guys. We are hiring senior React JS developer. Another one will be a full stack developer, React JS and Python. So, guys, if you have friends, please encourage them to apply to Filta. Or if you are a developer, please try us on applying on Filta. So, we have a referral program for you guys. Refer someone and you can earn up to 10,000 pesos. That is 5K on the second week of hire plus 5K upon regularization. You can refer as many as you like. So guys, thank you guys. We have 297 viewers tonight. Again, guys, thank you for your support. If you want more free events, don't forget to follow us on Facebook to be notified. Thank you, everyone, for participating.
Don't forget to check the comments for the link to our evaluation form. Remember, it will only be open until 8 p.m. So fill it out and expect your e-certificate to be sent to you next week.
We also encourage you to post your certificates on Facebook and tag at Filta, or on LinkedIn and tag at Filta Careers with the hashtags #FiltaFam and #StartWithFilta.
And if you missed our live, we will be uploading a recorded session on our YouTube channel, Filta. Make sure to subscribe to be notified. Again, Harvey, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope you had a great time, just like we did. And we hope we can have you again next time.
Sure, just ping me, and to all the audience watching, I didn't know we're gonna be this big. Thank you for making it big, guys, and have a great weekend to all.
Have a
All
great
right.
weekend, guys.
To our viewers, we'll see you again on May 14 at 6 p.m. for our next FFED live series. Good night, everyone, and stay safe. Bye.
Bye.